This video has been sponsored by Cygames Shadowverse, a free-to-play game on your mobile devices and PC. And why yes, it's Apple-friendly for all of you Mac users. This here is an anime-inspired card game with a variety of characters to play as. Alright, you've got your Forest Elf waifu, Soldier waifu, Rune Scientist waifu, Priestess waifu, and Ravioli Don't Touch Necromancy Lolly. But for any of you looking for husbandos, say no more. We have Portal Daddy, Vampire Daddy, and Dragon Daddy. Who's actually a real daddy. Each character has their own set of cards and different strategic methods to playing the game. Some can summon up more cards while others get the advantage when their health points are much lower. Just pick your favorite character or strategy and have some fun. There are many ways to play with the main story option and online battling. You can also purchase expansion packs like Shadowverse's 13th card set Rebirth of Glory, which is getting 2 new leader cards with additional cards to add to your deck throughout this month, including a new gold card for all classes and a new legendary card for all classes except neutral. Also, starting now and throughout the month of September, you'll be able to purchase new leaders and cards with, Love Live School Idol Festival? Oh my god, the girls from Aquars! Yo, Chica, Rico, Hanamaru, Yoshiko, Ruby, Daya, Kanet, and Mari will be playable leaders, and they look so cute! Oh, I want to play them! If you're interested in this game, click on the link down below and choose to play on your PC or mobile device. You'll even get 50 free card packs just for completing the tutorial. I'd say you've got nothing to lose since it's free, so if you're looking for a new game to play with awesome anime graphics that you can play in both English and Japanese, by the way, then you should definitely check out Cygames Shadowverse. Hey there, I'm just here to talk about my feelings about the Promised Neverland, which is what you do for a review, you know. But there is a major detail in the very first episode that will spoil the overall theme and experience of this series. So if you haven't at least seen the very first episode, you may want to hold off on watching this video until you do. Unless you're one of those who really don't care for spoilers, then by all means, thanks for the page views, you guys. Still, I'll do my best to not spoil every detail to this series so you can still enjoy the show for yourself. But there's something I need to get off of my chest in regards to the very first episode, so you have been warned. Spoiler warned, okay? Okay. Honestly, who else looked at this cute little precious face and thought to themselves, oh, you are so dead? The Promised Neverland was an August 2016 manga series published in Shonen Jump Weekly, but then it got its own anime release in January of 2019 by Cloverworks, the same studio that brought you Darlings in Space Because Trigger, Notice Me, I'm Wearing a Bunny Suit, and a show that you'll never see coming. The story centers around I swear, there is nothing suspicious here farm, where the sweet orphans, including Ray, Norman, and Emma, live under the care of their mother figure, Isabella. And everything is fine, you guys. Sure, they wear the same clothes, have mysterious tattoos on their necks, and take random standardized tests that ultimately determine their place in life, so to speak. But everything is fine. Look at them laughing and playing. They love their bread, they love their butter, but most of all, they love each other. Points if you got that reference. When one of the cutest little orphans ever to exist gets sent to her new foster parents, Emma and Norman run after her since she forgot her cute little bunny rabbit. And seriously, this cute little angel pie isn't complete without her bunny rabbit. Just look at how cute she is holding her bunny. I just hope nothing bad happens to... Oh, this looks a little spoopy, but it's fine. Like I said, you guys, surely nothing bad is gonna happen to her. Oh no, not the cute one. Now we have to cry because the cute one's dead. She was just too cute to live, you guys. She was too precious to live. She had to die. Norman and Emma discover on that day that their orphanage is no ordinary orphanage, but a farm that raises young humans until they're mature enough to, you know, get eaten by demons. As you would. Can our 3 orphans find a way to escape their fate before their 12th birthday? Will Isabella stop them from escaping? Why is she totally okay with sending kids off to get eaten? And why, oh why, did the cute one have to die first? She was too cute. So yeah, you were either a fresh anime fan who turned to this and had their very first anime traumatic experience, or a veteran like me who looked at this poor little angel's corpse and shouted to themselves, called it! Totally called it! I knew she was dead. But because of that reveal in episode 1, the hype became way too real for this show. Everyone came to me telling me to brace myself for this series, while Mad Men Entertainment dedicated a segment of their Mad Men Festival to this exciting new series full of suspense and horror. Needless to say, I could tell this was going to be one of those shows that just has to make things dark. Like with our very first experience with Madoka Magica. Wait, what do you mean mommy gets ahead of herself? So after the first episode, I didn't know how to feel as it became very predictable to me. Life is perfect for these adorably smart children until they discover their fate and why they're actually there, so they try to plan an escape for them and everyone else at the orphanage while making sure Mother doesn't find out. I felt that these kids were smart enough to figure a way out a few times, but Mother would be one step ahead of them and come up with ways to foil their plans. And while I was right, the way these characters interacted with each other and the emotions we see from these kids and the adults is what kept me watching. This really isn't just some show about kids trying to one-up the system and prove to the adults that they shouldn't underestimate them, but it highlights the true state of this world and how it functions. I mean, given the circumstances, what would you do if you were these kids, or even if you were given the opportunity to work for the demons who feast on your own kind? Or to put it simply, if you knew what was really going on, would you just not think about it and live blissfully until your time was up, or would you try to survive by any means necessary? With that in mind, we definitely see multiple answers for different characters. Norman is very methodical and wise, so he tries to take in everything into consideration. Emma is very naive yet passionate to keep her entire family together. Ray is more down-to-earth and harsh, as he thinks carrying the other children would be unrealistic. Then we get to the caretakers, who have to take care of these children and act like sending them off to their death is no big deal. Going into their characteristics would be going into spoiler territory, but I'll say this. Watching these two interact with each other, the children, and ultimately seeing how they acquire their roles only adds to the tragedy of this dark story. Without spoiling too much, there's a lot more to these two ladies than anyone could ever anticipate. And I'll just leave it at that. So as brief as this may seem, I'd rather not spoil too much in this video since I believe you have to experience this journey. I did step into the story thinking it was going to be predictable and a bit cliche, but honestly, the characters and their approach to this horrific situation are what make this story unique. Even the cinematography adds to the atmosphere and connects well to the characters and what they're feeling. Especially this scene with Norman, without giving the details, made me experience everything that he was thinking at that moment in the story. Depending on the mood of the scene, the camera works brilliantly to truly bring these scenes to life. Though I will say, this camera work annoyed me. I get what you're doing, but stay still, this is dizzying. And they did it twice. But only twice, so it didn't really bother me too much. With how the camera works and the expressions you see on the characters' faces, you can completely immerse yourself with this story, which is another reason why this anime sets itself apart brilliantly compared to other similar stories. Overall, this is another 2019 anime I cannot recommend more. It took a predictable setup and turned it into an emotional roller coaster I was honestly invested in. You feel for the characters and understand what they're thinking with how they talk, how the camera sets up the shots, and with how they express their emotions. I had my doubts, but I was thoroughly surprised, especially with the ending. You can watch all 12 episodes for free on Crunchyroll's website. The anime ends on a nice note that truly finishes this arc of the story, but if you want to see more of it, be sure to read the manga on Viz Media's website, or just wait until season 2 airs next year. I, for one, am really happy to see this dark story handled the way it was, and highly recommend it to all of you. So if you're in the mood for an exciting thriller with amazing characters and amazing twists and turns, then you should definitely check out The Promised Neverland.
I don't want to be a pie. I don't like gravy.
I promised to write to you. I'll write you stacks of letters. I won't forget. You mean too much to me.
I'm going. I'm going.
I want you to let me go.
Is that any way to talk to your mother?
You aren't my mother.
Apologize at once, Coraline.
No.
They're eating children! Children! Kill her.
No, Mr. Head, I won't do it.
Kill.
That does it. You're going in the dresser drawer, Mr. Head.
I could squash you like a bug right now, but I'm offering you a choice. Join me. Imagine what we could accomplish together. You and I are not so different.
I'm not like you. You're a murderer.
Well, to each his own.
Gotcha, bitch!
At last the roof goes on, and nothing can go wrong. Oh no, it all went wrong!
Alright, how do you want to do this?
Blow up the entire place!
Roses are red, violets are red, everything's red, there's blood everywhere, oh god.
They're eating her! And then they're going to eat me! Oh my god!
Seriously, that moment in episode 12 shook me. Like, I didn't know what was going to happen, but one little twist just made the series even more tragic than I anticipated. So this is why I'm choosing not to spoil this show. It's that good of a twist, so watch it. Also, to those of you who have watched this show, answer this in the comments section. Given the circumstances, would you accept your fate, or find any means necessary to live? I'd be interested to see your answers in the comment section. If you like this video, be sure to click on the like button and share this video on any social media platform where you thrive. And also, feel free to check out our Facebook page, Twitter, Instagram, and our Twitch channel. Links for all of those are in the description box down below. More awesome videos will be on the way, so stay tuned to Anime America.